I was covering a break at self-checkout and had the most lovely, interaction with this lady. She calls me over and I ask her how I can help, then she tells me this big blow-up pool float is $17 at her insert store name. First I ask her if she has the price in the app or online to show me, she says no. I find the item on the screen which is ringing up $28 and was originally $35. I say okay, well let me check the price for you real quick, pull out my thing and scan it. It comes up just how it is on the screen at $28 after the discount that's already applied. I tell her, yeah, so it looks like it is $28 but there's a pretty good discount going on and it was originally $35, and immediately her tone of voice changes and she says, I already know that, I am the one who rung it up. Don't you think I know that? You're not listening to me. Are you paying attention to what I am saying? You're not getting it. It has $17 at my store name. I tell her sorry, maybe explain once more so I can understand. She then asks me how to check the price at other stores and I tell her there's a way in the app to set your location to any store and search the item. Again, she says okay, you're not listening to me and this is getting frustrating. Can you see that I am frustrated because of you? Why won't you listen to me? I feel like she explained fully what the problem is and I offered a reasonable solution. So I tell her the price is $28 in our store and I am unable to change the price. She stares at me like I just curb stomped her baby and demands I take it off at that point. I wasn't letting my aggravation show at all and I said yeah, I got you, and she goes no, you don't got me because you're not listening. I didn't say anything to that and just took it off. Grabbed the item to take it away and she asked me to take off something else too. I come back and take it off, meanwhile she's bitching to her friend next to her about my incompetence. I ignore it, take the other item and leave her to pay. As they're leaving I tell them have a wonderful day and she scoffs and leaves her cart smack in the middle of self-checkout full of trash and drinks in the drink holder. 10 minutes later one of our regulars told me he thought my name was badass, so that comment really lifted my spirits for the rest of the day. I work at a nursery and we sell tomatoes and all sorts of vegetables. We label every plant so that the people know what they're buying. But customers take the tags out to read them and they never put them back. They either fall off or get blown by the wind. The tomato section is a mess. Missing plants in the packs, missing tags, etc. So this old man asks me how was he supposed to know what he's buying when it doesn't say what it is. I said to him that we label everything but people take the tags out and never put them back. There was a lady also digging through the tomatoes and she says, when you say people, you mean customers? And I said yes. She then tells me that I shouldn't blame customers for our mistakes and that I should speak nicer of customers because they give me a job. Customers bring the money in and without them I would not have a paycheck, and that I should really reconsider saying what I said. Okay, so I guess it's my fault that customers destroy all the tomatoes and the peppers even though we label everything. I got insomnia, but this is when I was working seasonal in tech at a big box store. Near the end of my shift I see the local PD wheel and 3 big screen TVs in. Damn, that's a lot. Next day head of asset protection comes up to us all smiles. They finally caught the serial thief at the store. She went up to him all passive-aggressive, can I help you? But she only gets like 2 syllables in when she sees this father mucker has a goddamn crowbar and is trying to break into the Apple case in front of God and everyone. There was 3 of us in tech that day and only 3 aisles done. None of us see this somehow. Asset protection lead GTFO and calls the cops. The guy realizes he's been had and leaves. However, this guy has 15 felony warrants out on his ass and the local PD were sick of his ass. So they roll in 6 cars deep because they were not messing around anymore. Guy peels out of the parking lot, clips a cop car, slams into another parked car, crashes car. He runs back to the store as if that would help him, doesn't get far as now he has like half the local PD surrounding him because he's a violent felon and is 6 feet 5 inches or so. So what does this genius do? Takes a swing at the cop. They tase the crap out of him and he is not getting out of jail anytime soon. Probably got some of the details wrong. Secondhand and over 6 months ago. But no matter what, I saw a cop wheeling in 3 goddamn 55-inch TVs, and that alone is just audacious. This happened at my previous job probably 3 or 4 years ago. I wasn't involved with this. It has just what I remember from what I was told. One day, we had a customer come in, or at least we thought was gonna be a customer. He went to the customer service desk, and asked the employee if he could speak to a manager. The employee grabs the manager, and he asks what the problem is. This customer then asked who provided our phone and internet services. Confused, our manager told him, and the customer goes on a wild rant about another local provider, about how they are crooks, thieves, etc. My manager said he ranted for a half hour about this provider. Wasn't he raising his voice or anything, just bad-mouthing them. I doubt my manager listened to it for a half hour, but I know after a while, he finally had enough. He asked the customer, "Is this going somewhere or are you needing my help in the store here?" The customer replied no and asked why, which my manager responded, "I have a lot of work to do, and unless this has something to do with the store here, I don't have time to listen to your bad experience with a business that doesn't involve me or my store." The customer just left, and my manager got back to what he was doing. But that wasn't the end of it. The store I worked at was one of several stores under the same ownership. So what this customer did was he phoned another store that my manager's boss worked at. He asked this boss the exact same question he asked my manager on who their provider was. This boss, however, was already informed ahead of time of this customer. The boss is also the kind who doesn't put up with BS, or time being wasted. He went right to the point with this customer, and outright told him, "If you are just gonna enter our stores, and waste our staff's time just to badmouth another business, I do not want you in our stores, so you can consider yourself banned." The customer then angrily replied that he's never buying anything at our stores again, and I think my boss said you never bought anything anyway, and the customer hung up on the boss. Unfortunately, I don't know the whole details on why this customer hated this service provider so much. One of the technicians who worked at this provider knew someone who worked at my store. All I can tell is that customer wanted a service he wasn't paying for, threatened to sue, and constantly harassed the provider through phone calls, emails, reviews, almost any form you can think of, until the provider had to get some sort of retraining order, court order or legal action to get this guy to stop. Hey all. I'm a manager in a discount retailer in the UK. This has happened today. I was working stock and a colleague on a headset says that there was a shady-looking guy that just left the store. 5 seconds later she yells on the radio that the guy pulled out a bottle of vodka from his jeans. So here I am running out to confront the guy. I come bursting out the store and he's there putting the bottle in his backpack and zipping up. I approach him and ask him to give the bottle back. All of the sudden the guy pounces and starts punching me. I yell for my staff to call the police and started to defend myself. I know I had a foam spray can in my pouch, but I could not get to it while I had to use my hands to defend myself. After a few punches I used my whole body to bum against the guy and he lost his balance for a second. So I quickly go to my pouch, get the container out and spray the guy's face. The spray is a non-irritant, but it does expand and block vision. Something like a fast-expanding shaving foam. The guy started yelling at me, saying that he will sue me for this, while rubbing his eyes and face. Me and my colleagues surround him and get the backpack off him. After this the guy just bolts off yelling. All the customers were just staring at me. What did I just do to him? After explaining to everyone, staff and colleagues together, that it's just a foam that blocks vision and dyes his face for around 5 days. Everyone calmed down. The police came quickly and already said that they caught the guy. Me and my colleagues gave them a statement of what happened. I was told he will be charged with shoplifting, assault and battery, causing public distress and a few more. I gave the backpack, the bottle of vodka to the police and they left. And #X200B. So a quick note to my fellow UK shop workers, buy yourself a bottle of self-defense spray. It's legal in the UK and will help the police identify the prick, as the dye won't wash off for a while. The bottles go for less than 10 quid. And before people comment on why I risk my life and safety, I'll just say that I love the rush that happens in these kind of situations, but also, this is actually the first time that someone actually attacked me and was the first time that the police actually caught someone. And #X200B. So yeah, thanks for reading this long post. Stay safe everyone, I know I won't lol.